Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my shining star. A very lovely good morning to all of you. I hope you all will be fine and healthy at your homes. Okay, kids, this is your science class. So, anybody tell me what was the topic of yesterday? In previous class, we discussed about the classification and characteristics of animals, and we have discussed about mammals and birds. So today we will continue our previous topic, that is classification and characteristics of animals. So in this topic we have to learn about the characteristics of reptiles, amphibians and fishes, because as you know there are the five kinds of the vertebrates: mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians and fishes. And in previous class we have discussed about mammals and birds, but in this class we have learned about the characteristics of reptiles, amphibians and fishes. So let's talk about reptiles. Actually, the lizard, snake and crocodiles all belong to the group vertebrates called reptiles. If we discuss about their characteristics, the reptiles have the dry scaly skin, and some reptiles have the hard shells on their bodies. So if we discuss about their habitat, the reptiles live in land and the water, and the reptiles are hatched from eggs. These are the examples of the reptiles like lizards, tortoise, snake and crocodiles. All these are the reptiles. And now if we talk about their overall characteristics, the first one is that they have scales, not the fur. This is about their skin. If we discuss about their reproduction, so they lay their eggs on the land. And if we discuss about their habitat, reptiles live in land and water and have the dry skin. Okay, that was all about the reptiles. Now here comes amphibians. Amphibians are the animals that live both in land and in water. Actually, the habitat of the amphibians are both on land and water. They can live on both land and water. So if we discuss about their reproduction, same like the reptiles, amphibians reproduce by laying the eggs. And let's talk about their characteristics. If we discuss about their habitat, the amphibians live on land and in water. And if we discuss about their respiration, they can breathe with lungs if they are adult, and if they are young then they can breathe with the help of gills, same like fishes. And they have the moist skin and they lay many eggs. Now let's come towards fishes. This is the last group. If we discuss about the skin of the fishes, they have the scales on their bodies and they live in water because the water is the habitat of all fishes. So here is the structure of the fish, like fins, tails, scales and gills. Usually the fish use fins and tails to swim and use the gills for breathing. So next you can see the fishes use their fins and tail to swim, and they have the gills to breathe in oxygen contained in water. The fishes usually breathe through gills, not through lungs. Now let's talk about overall characteristics of the fishes. Fishes breathe underwater using the gills, not lungs. And if we talk about their habitat, the fishes live in water and have the scales and fins. And if we talk about their reproduction, they can reproduce by laying many eggs. Okay, that was all about your today's class. We have to discuss about the five major classes of vertebrates. Vertebrates are the animals which have the backbone, like mammals, birds, fishes, amphibians and reptiles. In previous class we have discussed about the characteristics of mammals and birds, and today we have discussed about the characteristics of fishes, amphibians and reptiles. Okay, that was all about your today's class. Now your home task is here. You can see the two questions. The first is, what are the main characteristics of reptiles? As you know, the reptiles have the dry and thick scaly skin and they reproduce by laying eggs. And the examples of the reptiles are snakes, lizards and crocodile. The next question is, what are the main characteristics of amphibians? Amphibians can live in both water as well as on land, and they breathe through lungs or skin. And if we talk about their reproduction, they can also reproduce by laying the eggs. And the examples of amphibians are frog and salamander, because the frog and salamander can live in water as well as on land. Okay, now students, you have to write these questions on their notebooks. Allah Hafiz and have a nice day.